Good morning. It's Bernie from Acapulco. What a wonderful day. Look at that sky. Not a cloud in the sky.
How would I describe my father?
He's a character, for sure. Larger than life.
Dynamic, very passionate.
Passionate is a good word, yes.
He is a straight shooter. No fluff, no nonsense.
I always knew from the first time I came for that first interview, he was going to be a tough guy who wanted it done to the prince.
Tough guy. I gotta admit, Bernie, you're a tough boy.
Super smart, super witty, caring, genuine, wants to get to know you.
That to me is kind of Bernie in a nutshell. It's like somebody who's curious about everybody and interested in their work. Somebody who's really creative and masterful at their craft.
When I first started here, actually one of the partners used to refer to him as the silver fox, which I was confused with at first. But then as I got to work with him and kind of see his approach to life and to work and his craft, I think it really came out that kind of, I think, a wily and mischievous approach to life that I think is quite refreshing.
He likes breaking rules to have fun. And that to me has always been a source of inspiration and something that I deeply appreciate about him.
He's very funny and very intelligent.
Always had a sense of humor.
He was a calculated risk taker.
He lived with purpose and action. He had a superhuman ability to get things done.
The drive he had was incredible. The willpower to get things done, no matter how complicated, was inspiring to me. He never backed down. He never took no for an answer. He would find a way.
Bernie is fearless. He would just say, don't worry about it. We've got this. Or let's just handle one problem at a time.
He was never afraid of anything that would come in front of him. Any problem, he was the MacGyver. He solved it.
He's kind of like a game genie of the aquatic industry. Where you can go to Bernie and ask him questions and he knows all the answers most of the time. If he doesn't, he'll figure them out for you.
He seemed to know everything about everything.
Completely focused and dedicated on his work and a lot of fun as well too.
He was never afraid to authentically be himself. He was never trying to prove anything to anyone else. He just showed up who he was. He had an energy that is hard to explain. It's an energy that seemed ageless.
Just the way that he doesn't seem to stop, like there's no off button.
He doesn't run out of gas. He just goes.
He's a machine. I just can't believe how he would operate. Like, I often wonder if he actually slept because he was just always on the go.
He would be on one coast of the country on one day and the other coast in the next.
He'd fly to New Brunswick in the morning and he'd already be back in the evening. And half the time, even when he came back, he was back here in the office. He was always here.
He was supposed to retire a long time ago and he just couldn't. I think it's a part of him. He's like the big heart of this company.
My idea of like a president of a company or a CEO was that they like sat in an office, took really important calls and met with really important people, and that was not Bernie. He liked to be on the ground and he was involved in everything, in every aspect of the business.
He is hands-on, he's involved.
He's the hardest working person I have ever met in my entire life.
Probably the hardest working person I know. He's very dedicated to detail, very professional.
Working with Bernie was great because you could trust the outcome. Always. It was just no worries when you had Bernie. The integrity and craftsmanship were superb.
Bernie's like your running back. So when you're on a project, you give him the ball, he's going to take it across the goal line. Bernie's that guy. He's determined, he's driven.
His dedication, his drive, it's inspiring. He eats, sleeps, and breathes Acapulco.
He is very passionate about what he does.
Extremely passionate about the aquatics industry. Gives 110%.
And he takes great pride in it.
He was proud of the work that he did. He was proud.
The knowledge that came out of this man is just incredible. He had a mind like a steel trap.
I don't know who knows more about pools than Bernie. And I worked 8 years in the States. And he was known everywhere. They trust him because he could accomplish it. It doesn't matter what it was, he accomplished it.
He's never really been a distant leader. He's always been someone that's
there with the team day to day. He's just very hands-on and likes to share what he knows.
From thinking about a project to finishing that project, he's there all the way, committed.
He was always the hardest working guy. He was the first guy here and he's the last guy to leave every single day.
He started early in the morning. He was at the shop, making sure the crews had what they needed.
The amount of time he would spend late evenings trying to figure out ways to make things work for somebody else. I think he cared from every angle. The design, the execution, people involved.
He was a very dedicated person and very committed to protecting what Acapulco does. He stood up to the kind of bullies. I mean, one thing's clear, he would not get screwed over. He brought that kind of level of respect. Really refreshing to work with someone like that, to have that kind of integrity. I mean, he's the kind of guy that protects his people. That's the kind of warmth that I really respected in him.
Bernie's constantly elevating what can be done differently. Nothing will be good enough unless it's 100%. And if it's not 100%, how do we fix it? How do we make it better? How do we improve? Can't be cutting corners to save money.
He wanted everything to be perfect.
He had very high standards, which I think pushed everyone to be the best that they could be.
That was his whole commitment, was he wanted to be the expert, build the perfect pools to last decades. Clients were really impressed with the work that was done. If there was ever a problem, it was taken care of. No hesitation, just get in there and fix it and make it right. It had to be right.
It doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter what the cost, he always stood behind fixing it. There was never a question. If it wasn't right, rip it out and do it again. So that's just the way it was, and it's the way we are. And I mean, it'll continue to be that way as well.
For Bernie, it wasn't bottom line. It was always doing the job right. And there's always hiccups. There's always things that happen. But Bernie would always make sure that whatever solution he reached was the best interest of the project every time.
He took it personal as well. So whenever we had a concern, we met Bernie on site. Like Bernie would actually come out himself, bring out his team, and we'd go over everything with Bernie.
Bernie would happily come into the office and spend time going through details, helping us understand concepts and helping us develop our specs and drawings to bring them up to a higher standard. There's always been a generosity of research and development and exchange of information.
His commitment meant everything. He delivered. Never let us down on any project.
I would never follow up with an email after a conversation with Bernie. Would never send him a fax back in the day because it didn't matter.
Just the phone call.
That's all you need with Bernie. As soon as he said something, it was his word and you were good.
That's right.
I never remember Bernie panicking. He was always, what do you need? And I'll make sure it gets done. And it was, like he just had it handled. Whatever it was, you knew Bernie would take care of it.
Bernie works to his word.
If he gave you the 4 words, leave it with me, it was done. I mean, take it to the bank, it was guaranteed. It was done. Leave it with me. Anybody that says that to me, and they got a lot to live up to.
You know, it's one thing being good at something, but being a leader the way Bernie is, that to me has always been impressive. He has such a natural ability to manage multiple things. Like there were so many times I'd call him, he'd be in Arizona, he'd be on the West Coast, he'd be on the East Coast, but he knew exactly what I was talking about. He knew what I needed to hear to give me that comfort level. He's just got such a way with people. I mean, take the business aside, I think that speaks for itself. I mean, he's got a company, he's been around 50 years, like that speaks for itself. But him as a person, he's just got a way with people. I actually enjoyed when my phone rang and it was Bernie, and the conversations we used to have. Work was maybe a minute, and then we just got into things that, you know, my family, his family, that to me is what really stands out. He built relationships. That was more important to Bernie than anything else.
He can meet anybody and he can crack a joke. He can also be very serious. He's got such a well-rounded personality. He's got this huge personality, actually. He walks in the room and everyone notices.
He had this ability to command a room. So he would walk in a room and everyone would listen intently to what he had to say.
People like dealing with him. The things he would do just to make people feel valued and welcome.
He understands the value of the people. When I was having some personal issues, I was talking to him, hey, Bernie, I'm having problems right now, so I might not be able to focus. His response was like, you know what, man, you do whatever needs to be done, and if you need anything, don't forget that I'll be there.
When I had tragedy in my personal life, Bernie was quick to reach out and let me know that he was thinking about me and my family, and to not worry about the business, to take all the time I needed to take care of the things I needed to take care of.
A really, really special memory, like core memory that I will never forget. Towards the end of my undergrad, I did a year abroad in France, and I'm like really, really close to my family, and it was really hard for me to leave them. I had never been away from my family before. I left in August, and in September, Bernie actually had a work trip in the UK, and he reached out and said, I'm gonna be in the UK. I have 1 day off. I'd like to train down, see Paris in a day. And I was like, that is gonna be tough, but okay, let's do it. So I met up with Bernie, showed him Paris in like less than 24 hours. It was crazy, but it was also entirely his speed because he can't sit still. Showed him Paris in 24 hours. We like had a meal, and then he was off again. A few weeks later, I was so deep in my homesickness, and I was like, I can't do a full year. I'm gonna come home. I wasn't planning on coming back for the holidays because I couldn't afford it. And a few weeks later, my dad called me and he said, so Bernie wants to fly you home for the holidays. And I literally just started to bawl my eyes out. I was weeping. And shortly thereafter, Bernie's executive assistant sent me my ticket, and I was able to come home for the holidays. And like, I don't think that I would have made it through that year if it wasn't for that. So yeah, just like such a great core memory.
As much as Bernie was an absolute dynamo focused on business, the employees, the clients, the projects, he was still an empathetic human being.
He paid attention. He was thoughtful. He was kind in a way that didn't feel performative.
He was just there for us when we needed it.
He was there when it mattered.
What's most important to me about my relationship with Bernie isn't about him doing pools, it's about the friendship, about the wise counsel.
Bernie was my friend. He was a mentor.
The time spent after hours sometimes just talking with him were very valuable. I have fond memories of those.
From as early as I can remember, we went to see pools. We were always looking at swimming pools. Right away, from a very young age, I was seeing these huge facilities under construction or just built. Today, you just can't walk on a construction site. You need to have the right safety gear. You need to have the right training, sign in at the office. There's a whole procedure. But back in the 90s, anyone could walk onto a construction site. So as a 10-year-old child, it was normal to walk onto the construction site and see all the happenings and what's going on. Today, you can't really do that. You know, having the opportunity to work with my dad, it was a blessing because I got to spend more time with him in my adult life than most people have the opportunity to do with a parent. We got to travel all around the world for business, for events, to jobs, and that truly was a gift. From all the conversations that I've had since he got sick, one of the themes that keeps coming back is that he always shared knowledge. He was always learning. All his education was from his own experiences, from researching, from taking courses. He wanted to be the best, and so he was always looking at how he could improve.
The thing that I will miss most about Bernie is just the depth of knowledge that he has and the generous spirit he has sharing that depth of knowledge.
We always wanted to teach the next generation.
He taught me everything I know.
One of the things that I've learned from him is asking the right questions and taking the ownership of your work.
The best thing that I can take along from his experience and the way he thinks about the job is never slow down.
He told me the most important thing you can have is communication. And I'll never forget that.
Bernie has influenced so many people. The folks at Acapulco, architects, engineers, clients, and acquaintances, we're all different than we would have otherwise been for knowing him. I'm so grateful that I've known Bernie. I know that now his way of being is part of my way of being, and that the people I interact with will be influenced as well. Bernie will move forward within us all, and with others we haven't met yet. A little bit of Bernie will influence a lot more people.
The amount of innovation and quality of work that he brings to the architecture that we design is hard to quantify. And I don't quite know how that space is going to be filled. It is a truly unique perspective and way of making the world a better place.
I think the world needs more people like Bernie. I think he's just a wonderful human being, and his legacy will stay with me forever.
He has raised the bar, not just technically, but the professionally.
They talk about Wayne Gretzky being the greatest of all time in hockey and Michael Jordan being the GOAT in basketball. If you had a GOAT for the aquatics industry, it would 100% be Bernie.
And when I think of pools, there's nobody but Bernie. That's the only person I think of.
His passion for swimming pools and construction, I don't think there are many people in the world that share that type of passion and enthusiasm for what he did. He truly, truly loved it. He loved coming to work every day. He lived for it.
Yeah, like a kid working with his parents in construction. This was his life. This is what he built. This is what he loved. This was him. This is him. You know, this is him.
How many pools do you think he's been involved in?
Wow. How many pools has he been involved in? You know, I would say thousands.
I was in New York and I'd find pools that Bernie built back in the 90s. I would be in Nebraska. He built the University of Nebraska. He built the Boston College. Many installations down in Texas, the Dakotas. I mean, truly remarkable footprint.
The pools, all the things that we've done throughout the years will be his legacy. And Francine.
The entire Gall family has built this remarkable, almost institution. That kind of spirit in the company, that kind of continuity, super remarkable. And with Francine, we'll be able to continue to work together.
Obviously, the way that my dad got sick was very unexpected, very sudden. And so that's been a shock to everyone because he was just the type of person who was ageless. You expected him just to work forever, and that was his passion, and that's what he loved to do. And he had so much knowledge to share. And because of that, there will be a huge void in that way. However, we have a team, and we've been building a team for a long time that can step in and has stepped in quite seamlessly to ensure that there are no gaps, that we continue to build quality swimming pools for the future.
I think Francine is doing a fantastic job. We have a lot of confidence in her. I think she should be very proud.
You've done an excellent job in ensuring the life of your company and your business lives on, your legacy lives on. There's no fear on our part. We know we're in good hands, whether it's Francine or Mark or Andrew or all the great people you have, so I'm not worried about that.
Wish you were here, Bernie, to talk with us still. And anytime we're working on pools, you're the guy, so. And you'll always be that guy for the pools. That's all I can tell you right now.
We know we're gonna miss him very much.
I'd love to have one more conversation. Just 5 minutes, because I'm gonna miss that.
It's been so amazing that we've been able to work together, have some fun, make some amazing projects.
He was, you know, a great craftsman with great integrity.
I'm going to miss Bernie terribly. He was a tremendous influence on my career and my life, and I thank him for all of that.
He was like a work dad to me. It wasn't just, you know, my boss. I looked up to him and respected him, and still do look up to him and respect him, and didn't want to let him down, you know?
Bernie's one of a kind, and I hope he knows how many people he shaped, whether he realized it or not. I hope he knows how grateful I am to have learned from him. Thanks.
I'd like to thank him for everything he's done for me. About 10 years ago, he said he was going to retire. And I said, well, if the day you retire is the day I'm retiring. I said, because you're not leaving me here alone. But I never expected it to be like this. And I just wish we could have retired together. I'm very thankful for the opportunities that he's given me. He was more of a friend than a boss.
Thank you, Bernie, for everything. You are not just my project manager, but you're also been my mentor.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for trusting in me and allowing me to grow and love what you have built here and love you. Thank you.
I've known you, met you 27 years ago. I got an opportunity to work for a great company. And with your direction, we built some great pools, and I'm thankful for that opportunity.
I think I just thank Bernie for his passion and his drive. Like, I've enjoyed every minute.
It's been great working for him. I loved helping him in every way I could. Yeah, he will be very much missed here at Acapulco.
Thank you for the opportunity to work for Acapulco Pools.
Thank you, Bernie, for trusting me with your warehouse. It was a pleasure and an honor working with you.
I can't thank Bernie enough for giving me the chance. I was really pleased working for him. I really was. Bernie, you truly helped me when me and my family needed it most. You taught me to become a supervisor that I was destined to become. Besides being your employee, I always thought of you as a friend, but you always had my back as much as I had you. I love this job so much. It was my honor to have been your employee and friend. I will remember you till the end of my life. I hope that you are able to see your son and others that have gone before you. Thanks again for being a big part of my life. Your friend, Jerry.
Bernie, it's been a pleasure working with you for this last 35 plus years. I want to thank you and I respect you very much.
Thanks for all the good times and good memories. I love you, man.
I'm thankful for your trust in me and for teaching me what I know.
Thanks for teaching me everything you taught me, helping me understand why you do things the way you do and why things should be done the way they're done and how things can change to make them better. It helps me in my job, and I think it helps everybody in the aquatics industry when everything's done right. And that's how you always wanted it done, was done right. And I think that's going to be a good way for everybody to move forward.
Bernie, I want to say thank you for the kindness that you showed me all of those years ago. I will always remember running across Paris with you. And, you know, your impact is felt way more than I think you even realize. And I just want to say thank you for all that you've done for me and for my family.
I'm going to miss Bernie a great deal. And like you said to me one late night in the offices, I love you, man.
I can't believe I'm sitting here doing this. I miss you. I look forward to seeing you every day at the office. You know, we built a lot of really good things together. We've done a lot of fun things, and I look forward to carrying things on at the company with just as much passion and integrity that you had.
Thank you for giving me a beautiful life. And thank you for trusting me with your baby, Acapulco Pools. He always said, protect the baby. And I promise I will.